If you're hosting events in your tap room and you post about the event and it gets a ton of engagement and you think that people are really excited, only to find out that when you actually host the event, nobody shows up, this video will fix that. In this video, I'm going to dive into Instagram reminder ads and how they can help you pack your taproom events. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Steve. I'm the founder of Harbor Marketing Agency, and we help breweries to fill their tap rooms using Facebook ads, Instagram ads, email marketing, and SMS. Let's dive in. So, what is an Instagram reminder ad? Basically, it's an ad where you run that ad from your Instagram page and it promotes a taproom event to your audience. So, let's say, you target people within a 5 to 10 mile radius of your taproom, and maybe you have a trivia event that you're trying to promote. What that will do is it will show that trivia event coming up to people in your audience, and they can click to get reminders about that event. So if they click the button on the ad that says, remind me about this event, they will get notified on Instagram 24 hours before the event starts, 15 minutes before the event starts, and then as the event is starting. So it's a really powerful way to keep your event top of mind as you're trying to get the word out and get people to actually show up. We actually recently ran an Instagram reminder campaign for a client of ours who was hosting a taproom wrestling event. And the cool thing about this was they had ran this exact wrestling event in the past and it was not that successful. And they tried hosting it again. And the only difference this time was that we ran Instagram reminder ads. And the results actually were pretty incredible. We spent about $350 on Instagram reminder ads, and they generated about 6,000 in revenue for that event. The event was totally packed, and really the only difference between last time and this time was we ran Instagram reminder ads. So these do work very well. They're just a really effective way of, again, keeping your event top of mind and making sure that people actually show up. Because if you think about it, oftentimes people truly are excited about an event that you might be hosting in the tap room. But the issue is they hear about it a week or two in advance. And by the time the event actually comes up, they've already forgotten about it. And then it just passes and they never show up. So what these ads do is they announce the event to that interested customer. And then as the event gets closer, they get notified to remind them to actually show up to the event. This significantly increases the likelihood that they actually walk through the door, and it works really, really well. So I'm going to dive into my screen here and I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up. So the first step here is you have to actually run this through Meta Ads Manager. So if you don't have an ad account or you've never used Meta Ads Manager before, what you can do is just go to business.facebook.com/ads manager. And that will take you to your ad account. If you have a Facebook profile, you have an ad account. Every single Facebook profile comes with an ad account. And so you can use that ad account and run these ads from your Facebook page as long as you're an admin of that page. There's a whole video I could make on how to set that up, but for today's purposes, that's really all you need to know. So I'm going to dive in here. I'm going to show you how to do this actually from our ad account, the Harbor Marketing Agency ad account. Obviously, we are not a brewery, we are a marketing agency. However, the setup is exactly the same, and I'm going to show you how to do it as if we were a brewery. So it'll be the exact same process for you. So this is the main screen of Meta Ads Manager. You can see campaigns, ad sets, and ads. And step one is I'm going to hit this green create button in the left-hand side. And that's going to bring up the different campaign objectives that I can select. So under create new campaign here, I'm going to select the engagement objective campaign. So I select engagement and I'm going to hit continue. Next, it's going to ask choose a campaign setup, and it's going to ask if you want to use the recommended settings or a manual engagement campaign. Recommended settings is basically just Meta filling out a bunch of things for you. In this case, we want to select manual engagement campaign because we want to select the settings that we want to use. So we're going to select manual engagement campaign and hit continue. And from here, you can name your campaign. So, if you want, you can name it something like uh, Instagram reminder campaign. And maybe you're doing it for a trivia night, so you can say -trivia night. All other settings here, you can leave as is. You don't have to worry about these. So I'm just going to hit next here once I've named my campaign. This is now going to take me to the ad set level. The ad set is typically where you set your budget and define your targeting and lots of things like that. So I'm going to name this ad set. And let's say that, if I were a brewery, I might target this within a 7-mile radius of my brewery. So I'm just going to say brewery dash 7-mile radius dash trivia night. And that way I know what this ad set is targeting and I know what it's for. So the next step here, we're at the ad set level. I've named my ad set. Under this conversion section here, under conversion location, I'm going to select this drop down and it defaults to message destinations. I'm going to select on your ad. So basically, the conversion location is like, what are we trying to get people to do here? What is the conversion event that we're trying to get them to take? And since this is a Instagram reminder ad, the goal is to get them to click the remind button on the ad. So that's why the conversion location is on your ad. So once we've selected that, it's going to ask the engagement type. So we know that the engagement conversion is happening on the ad, but there are different types of engagement conversions. So, there's video views, there's post engagements, which is like getting someone to like or react to your ad. There's event responses, and there's reminders set. In this case, I'm going to go down to reminders set, and that is how I create an Instagram reminder ad. So this is very important. Conversion location on your ad, engagement type is reminders set. Everything else you can keep the same. Budget, really you can set this to whatever you're comfortable with. $20 per day is fine. General, from what I've seen, average cost per Instagram reminder can be anywhere from 40 cents to $1, sometimes a little bit higher than $1. So you just have to kind of, reverse engineer the math there. If you want hundreds of people to your event, then you might want to spend a little bit more. If you're looking at about $1 cost per Instagram reminder, you'll probably need a couple hundred people who are opting in to get reminders to get a couple hundred people at your event. So it just depends on what kind of event you're running, how many people you want there, and what your anticipated cost per Instagram reminder is. If you're just looking to test this out, throw $20, $40, $50 at this, $100 at this, and just see how it does. And then you can adjust from there as needed. So set your daily budget. You also want to set an end date for whenever your event is. So let's say that you want to, your event, let's say today is January 13th. Let's say that your event is happening on Friday. I don't want to run ads for this event after the event has passed. So I'm going to select Friday, January 16th. And let's say that my event is at 6 p.m. I'll type in 6 p.m. here. And actually, you might even want to do a couple hours before. So maybe I do 4 p.m. So there you have it. So now my ad won't keep running after the event has passed, and I won't be wasting spend. Next here, you can define your targeting. So what I'm going to do is under locations, it defaults to the United States, the entire United States. Obviously, if you're promoting a local tap room, you don't want to target the entire United States. So I'm just going to type in I'll type in a random address here, or maybe I'll select a brewery near me. Here's, I'll type in Diamondback Brewery. Let's see if it comes up. Let's see. Here we go. Diamondback Brewing Co. That's just a brewery near us. And let's say that I wanted to target a 7-mile radius. So you can type in the name of your brewery. Usually it'll come up on Facebook. If not, just plug in your address. And I usually select about a 7-mile radius. That can vary depending on the type of area that you're in. If you're in a more rural area, you might want to expand that targeting a little bit. But from what I've found, most people are not driving more than like 10 to 12 miles to, go to like a trivia night. Maybe if it's a larger event, they might. But 7 miles is a pretty good sweet spot. So this is very important. If you forget to do your location targeting here, then you'll end up just targeting the entire United States. And you might find that you have a really low cost per Instagram reminder, but it does you no good if they're all from people who live in different states who are never in a million years going to actually walk in the door in your tap room. So make sure that you do your location targeting. This next part is a little bit counterintuitive, but it's the way that Meta works nowadays. I'm going to recommend do not do any interest targeting here. So leave it broad, meaning don't target people interested in craft beer or interested in trivia or whatever. You can if you want. It's not going to kill your campaign. But the way that Meta works nowadays is it's really good at finding people who are likely to respond to your ad. So Meta already knows, who's interested in craft beer, who's interested in trivia, who is likely to respond positively to this type of ad. And if you select people who are interested in what you think, should be a good targeting option for your ad, it actually kind of limits the reach for the people who might actually respond positively to this and walk in the door. So let the algorithm do its thing. Keep the targeting broad. Just do location-based targeting. So I'm not going to, under suggest an audience here, I'm not going to go in and, select people interested in craft beer or trivia. I'm just going to let Meta's algorithm do this for me. And then placements, we do not have to select anything here. So just to recap, ad set level, we've named it. Conversion location is on your ad. Engagement type is reminders set. We have set the budget. We have set an end date for whenever that event is. And we've set our location targeting to about a 7-mile radius. So once all of that is done, I'm going to select next. And then here you can name your ad. So let's say I named this, Trivia Night IG Reminder. Under Facebook page and Instagram account, you can go in and select your Facebook page and your Instagram account. Here I have the Harbor Marketing Agency ones selected because those are the ones I'm an admin of. Yours will look different than this. Next, you can go in, you want to have create ad here. And if you go into setup creative, which I'm not going to do for the purposes of this video because I'm not actually, I don't have a trivia night to actually promote, but you could select an image that you made that maybe promotes the trivia night, or maybe you have a video for it. You can upload those assets here, or if you already have posted about it, you could just pull in the image from that post that you made and just select whatever asset you want to use. And then you can also type in the text here. So, come to trivia night on January 16th. You can write your promotional ad copy here. For the purposes of just shortening this video, I will not go through all of that. But once all of that is set, you just hit next here and save. And then the most important piece here is at the ad level, you scroll down and you go to the event details section. Then you're going to hit add event. And this is where you name your event. So I'm going to put Trivia Night, January 16th. You can name your event whatever you want. I recommend making it descriptive. So make it clear what exactly the event is and what it's about. So I'm going to just name it Trivia Night, January 16th. Add your start time. So I'll make it 1/16/26 at 6 p.m. Okay. And then you can select when to send people notifications. So I always recommend just basically maxing out the notifications. So 1 day before, 15 minutes before, and at start time. So there'll be 3 notifications total, 24 hours before, 15 minutes before, and at the start time. In my opinion, the most important notification is 24 hours before. I think that's really where a lot of the magic happens. Again, people might find out about this event 5 days beforehand or a week beforehand, and then they might click the reminder set. And then it's kind of, they're not really thinking about it, they're going about their lives. But that notification 24 hours ahead of time allows them to have the event top of mind again, and then they can actually start planning to attend the event and maybe texting their friends or just getting their plans together to actually walk in the door. So this is really where the magic happens at 24 hours before. So I'm just going to hit save there. And then if I had, put in creative and typed out ad copy, you would see an ad preview here. Assuming all of that looks good and you're happy with how the ad looks, all you have to do is hit publish, and then that's it. That's how you create an Instagram reminder ad. So that is the whole process for creating an Instagram reminder ad. Hopefully that was helpful. Try this out for yourself, and if it's successful, leave a comment. Let me know how it goes. And if you need help with your brewery's marketing strategy, if you're looking to bring more people into the tap room, put more butts in seats, and sell more beer, reach out to us at harbormarketingagency.com. Go to our website, book a call, and we'd be more than happy to chat with you and help you out. Thanks so much.